You say you want it, but your actions scream comfort. This isn't motivation. This is why most men never make it. Most men will die average, not because they lacked talent, not because they didn't try, but because they couldn't stop lying to themselves. You tell yourself you're building, that you're putting in the work, but what you're really doing is stalling, performing discipline instead of living it. You scroll through motivational quotes like a drug addict chasing a fix. You buy the journal, the planner, the fancy shaker bottle. But the one thing you won't do, the thing that separates the few from the many, is suffer on purpose. You've been sold a lie, that showing up is enough, that doing your best will carry you. But here's the brutal truth. Most of what you call effort is camouflage. Camouflage for fear. Camouflage for your addiction to comfort. Camouflage for not having the balls to go all in. You say you're tired. You should be. You've spent years working on the wrong things. Not your mind. Not your principles. Not the ruthless, boring repetition that actually builds men. You've been seduced by productivity porn. Morning routines. Life hacks. Top 5 billionaire habits. And while you chase all that noise, your habits stay weak. Your emotions control you. You still hit snooze when it matters. You still make excuses. My back hurts. I'll do it tomorrow. I had a long day. Average. Every one of those sentences is a shovel. And every time you use one, you dig deeper into the life you secretly hate. You think discipline is about motivation? It's not. It's about becoming the kind of man who follows through, no matter how he feels. You don't feel like it? Good. Neither did the wolves who built empires. Neither did the fighters who clawed their way out of mediocrity. But they did it anyway. That's the line. That's the trench most men never cross. Because it hurts. It's boring. It's not sexy or viral or shareable. It's just work. And that's what most men can't handle. Not the pain. Not the pressure. But the quiet. The lonely, disciplined silence of becoming something more. You've been told that if you keep trying, something will change. But here's what no one tells you. Trying isn't progress. Trying is just stalling with better PR. Real men don't try. They do. They don't hope. They decide. They don't dream. They become. And if that frustrates you, good. It means there's still a fire inside you, buried under years of soft decisions, of skipping steps, of chasing dopamine over destiny. Most men stay average because they treat their life like a suggestion. Instead of a mission, they want results without rules. They want power without pain. They want to win without sacrifice. That's not how it works. And deep down you know it. You've had moments, flashes, days where you felt unstoppable. Days where the fog cleared and the beast inside woke up. But you didn't keep him alive. You gave him a protein shake and a 30-minute window before bedtime. You buried him under deadlines and TikTok reels, and I'll get back on track Monday. Enough. It's time to stop pretending, to stop performing, to stop calling yourself disciplined because you read 3 pages and did 5 push-ups. Average is a disease, and it spreads through silence, softness, and small lies. This video isn't going to save you, but if you let it sink in, it might just break you. And sometimes, that's what a man needs, to be broken, so he can finally build something real. You weren't born to be average, but you've been trained to settle. From the moment you could walk, the world started softening you, telling you to play it safe, telling you to avoid the hard road, telling you that ease equals happiness. And you believed it. Now you sit in a life that looks fine on the surface, but deep down you know something's missing. Not money. Not time. Fire. You've lost your fire. Because comfort, not pain, is what kills men. It doesn't happen in a single moment. It happens slowly, silently. One skipped workout. One more excuse. One promise broken to yourself. You call it rest. You call it balance. But really, it's surrender. See, pain shapes men. Comfort softens them. Pain teaches focus. Comfort teaches avoidance. You want to know why you feel stuck? Why you wake up already behind? Why you keep talking about change but never follow through? It's because you've let comfort win too many times. And here's the hard truth. Most men never fail. They just coast. They exist. They go through the motions. And it feels fine for now. But over time it drains you. You start forgetting what discipline felt like. What hunger felt like. What real pride feels like. The kind that comes from doing the work no one sees. You think comfort is your reward. It's not. It's a trap. A quiet trap that keeps you in the same body, the same routine, the same regrets. And the longer you stay there, the harder it is to escape. You can't hear your own ambition anymore because it's been drowned by background noise. Screens, snacks, distractions, and fake victories. You post motivational quotes, but you don't move. You write goals, but you don't grind. You plan, but you don't push. That's the cycle. You stay busy, but never break through. Why? Because you've forgotten how to suffer on purpose. Real growth, the kind that builds something you can respect, lives on the other side of discomfort. You have to choose it. You have to get up earlier than you want. Train harder than you feel. Say no to comfort when every part of you screams yes. Discipline is not about feeling ready. It's about moving anyway. About keeping your word when no one's watching. About becoming the kind of man who doesn't need perfect conditions, just a mission. And right now, your mission is this. Cut the comfort. Cut the lies. Cut the excuses. Every day you negotiate with yourself, you lose. Every time you say maybe later, you fall behind. Every time you avoid what you know you should do, you shrink. You're not tired. You're unaligned. Not overworked. Undercommitted. Because deep down you know the truth. You haven't given it everything. Not even close. And that truth stings. It should. Because that sting is your wake-up call. You were made to carry more. Made to lead. Made to earn respect. Not through talk, but through action. And you're wasting it. You don't need more motivation. You need standards. You don't need another reset. You need to decide that the old version of you is done. Because if you don't make that decision, the man you could have become will never show up. And you'll live out your years wondering what could have happened if you had just stayed uncomfortable long enough to grow. That's the cost. Comfort doesn't charge you up front. It collects slowly, through missed chances, quiet regret, and a life you don't even want to talk about. So here's the challenge. Wake up. Strip the comfort out of your routine. Train when it's hard. Work when it's silent. Keep promises that no one sees. That's what builds you. That's how you reclaim the man you were meant to become. Not through feelings, through fire, not through ease, through effort. Still with me? Then you're not average. Not yet. Because the next move, that's where everything shifts. There's a version of you haven't seen in a while, not because he disappeared, but because you stopped doing what kept him alive. You stopped pushing, stopped rising early, stopped making decisions that scared you. You let comfort take the wheel, and now your edge is gone. The edge isn't a feeling. It's not something you tap into when you're motivated. It's who you are when excuses are silent and standards take over. But here's the good news and the bad. No one took it from you. You gave it away, which means you can get it back. You don't need more advice. You don't need a vision board or another video. You need action, and not the loud, flashy kind, the quiet kind. Wake up before the sun kind. Show up when no one's watching kind. Say no to temptation kind. That's the kind of action that rebuilds a man. Because right now your mind is cluttered, filled with notifications, surface goals, and half-baked plans. You're overwhelmed, but not overloaded. You're just scattered. That changes when you simplify, when you lock into a routine that demands effort, not emotion, structure, not talk. And when I started building that back into my life, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything shifted. It started with the body, because when your body is soft, your mind follows. And for me, it meant getting rid of the guesswork. No travel, no distractions, no more putting off discipline. I started using the home workout system, something built for this exact mindset. No excuses, no clutter, just focused, efficient training with intensity and structure. It's not a gimmick, it's a tool. And it works because it removes the decision fatigue that kills momentum. If your discipline has gaps, That's where you start. The link is in the description. But don't think for a second that's enough. You have to live the edge. Daily. Not just when it's convenient. It's early alarms when you'd rather sleep. It's sticking to the plan when no one's checking. It's showing up when your mind's already offering you 5 escape routes. The edge is built-in resistance. And most men run from it. But not you. Not anymore. This isn't about becoming a robot. It's about becoming undeniable. When you train like your life depends on it, you think sharper. You speak with gravity. You walk into rooms and people feel something different. That's not status. That's presence. And presence is built when you keep promises no one knows about. You felt glimpses of it. The days you did everything right. The days you hit the workout, crushed the deep work, ate clean, stayed off your phone. You slept better, felt sharper, moved like a man on a mission. Now imagine doing that for 90 days straight. Imagine who you'd become, what you'd build, who you'd attract, what you'd command from life. That's what reclaiming the edge is about. It's not hype. It's hard. It's sacrificing the short-term thrill for the long-term throne. It's realizing that self-respect is earned in silence, not praise. It's choosing boredom with discipline over chaos with no direction. And that choice, you make it every day. In the little things. What you eat, when you train, how you speak, what you allow, who you become when no one's clapping. You don't need more time. You need more integrity with yourself. Because when your daily actions match your deepest standards, you stop living in confusion. You move with power. Not noise, not pride, power. And the edge? It's not something you find. It's something you forge. Through fire. Through friction. Through consistency so sharp it slices off anything weak left in you. You're not average. You just stopped choosing discomfort. Now it's time to take it back. You ready for the test? Because this final part is where the line gets drawn. No more theory, just decisions. Let's move. This is where most men blink, where the fire fades, where the ambition dies in silence. Because it's easy to nod your head when the message hits. It's easy to feel motivated when the voice is strong and the edit is clean. But when the video ends, what happens next? That's the difference between entertainment and evolution. And you didn't come here for entertainment. You came here because something inside you is tired of average. Tired of lying to yourself. Tired of going to sleep knowing you left power on the table. So here it is, your line in the sand. Not a slogan, not a new mantra, a decision. No one's coming to save you. Not a coach. Not a program. Not another video. Just you, and the standards you set. From this moment forward, there's no more warm-up. No more planning your greatness. No more waiting for the mood to be right. It's time to go. Wake up earlier than you want to. Train longer than feels convenient. Eat cleaner than your cravings want you to. Push past what your old self was comfortable with. Because if you don't set that tone, life will set it for you. And life has no sympathy for men who hesitate. Here's what most people never tell you. You don't fall behind in one big moment. You fall behind inch by inch, in tiny decisions you justify. You say you'll start after the weekend. You skip one workout and promise to make up for it. You eat what you said you wouldn't just this once. You let that alarm ring, and you don't move. That's how it happens. Not with failure, with compromise. And every time you choose comfort over conviction, you cast a vote for staying the same. But now is your moment to vote different. Decide this, that your goals are non-negotiable, that your energy is not up for grabs, that your standards will rise, no matter how you feel. Start building a routine that scares your old self. Not because it's flashy, but because it's clear. Because it removes the one thing that's held you back this entire time. Indecision. Do the thing. Right now. Rewrite your alarm clock. Plan your next 3 workouts. Clean your space. Remove the junk. Cut the noise. Hit a journal entry. And commit to the next 7 days. Then do it again and again. Until it's no longer discipline. It's just who you are. Because the man you've been pretending to be, the one with excuses, with doubts, with soft routines, he doesn't belong in this new chapter. Let him go. Rebuild. Ruthlessly. Relentlessly. And if this hit home, if you felt something crack open while listening, don't just move on with your day. Subscribe to the Power Playbook. This isn't content. It's a challenge. We're building men who follow through, who keep their word, who trade comfort for clarity. Not just once, but daily. If that's the path you're on, then join us. Don't let this just be another good video. Let it be the moment everything changed. You don't need motivation. You need momentum. And that starts now. Action, not talk. Standards, not hype. Results, not reposts. You've waited long enough. Now move. Now build. Now become. The door's open. Step through.